Welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I'm finally getting back out to the range with my Ruger Precision Rimfire to do some accuracy testing with various brands of ammo. I had some surprising results, both good and bad. I decided to do 5-shot groups instead of 3, and if I had stuck with 3-shot groups, I think my grouping would have been a lot better. So stay tuned and let's watch together. Starting off today, I used that really old vintage box of PMC Target 22. They're 40 grain lead round nose, and I have no idea what the velocity is, but probably somewhere around 1,050 or 1,100. Will say this was not the best group of the day with this ammo. Subsequent testing put 5 in the same hole with a ragged edge, and I was very happy with that. Why couldn't I have gotten that when I was doing the testing? I don't know. I did use advice that a lot of you have given me in the past. I was using a sandbag on the back of the rifle and the bipod on the front, which gives me a lot more stability when I'm trying to shoot. And when I was shooting, I was setting my crosshairs up on the bullseye target, which is a 4-inch circle, and trying to get the best accuracy I could. I had previously sighted this rifle in with Federal Auto Match, so some of these shots are obviously low if the velocity is lower than the Federal Auto Match. Originally, I had planned on bringing a bore snake with me and cleaning out the barrel after every brand of ammo, but I forgot the bore snake at home, so I ended up doing all of my shots with the same dirty barrel. I don't think it really affected the accuracy that much, though. What I did for the shooting was take 5 shots at a blank target and then 5 shots for a group, and you can see the results as we go through this. I will probably speed up the subsequent testing. Here you can see the PMC group was 15/16 of an inch. Now we're going to switch over to the Cellular and Bellet Club 22 ammo, and I'm going to start speeding these up. I do want to leave all of the recording in there so you can see how steady my shots are. Obviously, if I had a lead sled, it would probably be a little bit better, but this is probably the best I'm ever going to get with the setup I have. And with the S&B ammo, I got a group of 13/16 of an inch total. Now switching gears to Norma TAC 22, I had really high hopes for this stuff. I really like this ammo. It has a really good lubrication on it, seems to be very high quality, and the price kind of reflects that. Here you can see the group size with the Norma TAC 22. Overall, 5 shots was 13/16 of an inch. Moving on, we have some Aguila Subsonic Solid Point 40 grain lead round nose. The group size with the Aguila Subsonic lead round nose was 1 1/16 of an inch. Not very good. Now moving on to one of my favorites, the CCI Standard Velocity. And I have to say, I had really high hopes for this. I was a little bit disappointed in the group overall. However, in doing 5-shot groups, once in a while you tend to have a flyer. Most people do 3-shot groups when they're shooting this stuff. And at the end of the video, I'll show you what the groups would have been if I threw out the flyer on every brand of ammo I tested. Again, this group was less than stellar at 1 3/16 of an inch, but that is not common, and you can see there is a flyer here. Now moving on to what would be the cheapest ammo I tested. If you guys recall in some of my older videos, I had bought about 3,000 rounds of this Blazer lead round nose from Dick's Sporting Goods when they were getting rid of all their gun stock. And I think I spent about 3.6 or 3.7 cents a round for this stuff. So at the cheapest price, I expected that it was not going to have very good performance. I've heard some people have really great performance with these, and some people have terrible. So let's see what I got out of it. And right now it's actually tied, a three-way tie for first place with 13/16 of an inch group out of the Blazer lead. Now let's move on to the 22 subsonic hollow point Aguila ammo. This stuff I was not very happy with in my previous testing, and today it was no different. I think this had the worst group out of the entire day. And here you have the results, the subsonic hollow point, 1 11/16. That is abysmal. Now moving on to the Aguila 22 Super Extra, which is probably my favorite bulk lead round nose other than Federal Auto Match. I used to be able to buy this stuff at a brick of 500 rounds for $20 before this COVID pandemic crap hit. And here you have the Super Extra 40 grain lead round nose with a size of 7/8 of an inch overall, which is pretty good. Moving on to the Aguila 22 pistol match. This stuff has a very low velocity, somewhere around 925 feet per second, so I had very low hopes for it, and you'll see how the group looks. So not the best group at 1 1/8 inch, but it is pistol ammo, not made for a rifle. Moving on now to the fan favorite Federal Auto Match. This is still right now probably the cheapest 22 you can buy. A box at Walmart is about $21 for 325 rounds, and it seems to be very reliable in just about everything that I shoot it in. So it is a great ammo. Now let's see how it does. And the Federal Auto Match did a respectable 7/8 of an inch, so it really tied for second place. If we look at the rankings from top to bottom, Cellular and Bellet Club, Norma TAC 22, and Blazer Lead all tied at 13/16 of an inch. Aguila Super Extra and Federal Auto Match all come in at 7/8 of an inch. PMC Target 22 comes in at 15/16 of an inch. Aguila Subsonic comes in at 1 1/16 of an inch. Aguila Pistol Match comes in at 1 1/8 of an inch. CCI Standard Velocity comes in at 1 3/16, and that's an anomaly. And that Aguila Lead Subsonic comes in at 1 11/16, and that is completely unacceptable in my book. Now, if we look at this with the flyers removed, things get a lot more interesting. You have CCI Standard Velocity and Aguila Super Extra tied in first with 7/16, Federal Auto Match with 9/16, Norma Tac 22 with 5/8 of an inch, tied with Aguila Pistol Match at 5/8 of an inch. Then you have PMC Target 22 at 11/16, Cellular and Bellet Club coming in at 11/16, Aguila Subsonic Solid Nose coming in at 3/4, Blazer Lead still coming in at the same 13/16, and that Aguila Subsonic Hollow Point coming in at 1.5. So it was still terrible.